Well, as you can see, I'm out on the bank. I'm here at Monk Lakes, on my members' lakes. That rhymes. I'm here to do, you know, some fishing, but also I'm really here for is to do a review on a bait boat. Yes, a bait boat. Yep, it fills up the whole screen. Hello. This is an ND bait boat too. I've been given this for this specific review. So yes, I've never used a bait boat before. You know, I'm going to get the rods out straight away using the bait boat, and then from then on I'm going to use it all the way through the day. I'm also going to be telling you everything that I've learned about the bait boat as well. So yeah, let's just put this down. So first of all, get the rods out, then start having a chat about the boat. So yeah, let's get those rods out now. The first thing I was going to say is I really like the colour of this boat. It stands out because it has got that silvery fleck to it, but also it has got some blackness to it. Most boats I've ever seen are either black or really bright coloured. I think this one stands in the middle, and you can see it. Also, I really like the lights at the front. They're big, they're bright, and yes, they do stand out in the night. You really can see them. Obviously, as bright as they can possibly be without actually beaming into someone's bivvy while you're on a lake. That's what you don't want, to wake up someone and really annoy someone. So yeah, they're bright enough to see the boat at night, and not too bright to annoy people around the lake. Also, there's some two little red lights at the back. They indicate if you're going right or left. Pretty simple. Most boats do have these, but I like how they look, and they're quite visible as well. I can see it's all out in the lake at night and during the day. So yeah, they are bright enough to see, which is really good. The one thing I was going to say is I didn't expect it to be this big. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I thought, but then I had to think about it and thought, do you know what? This is big for a reason. Sometimes when you're fishing big lakes with huge waves, you don't want it tipping over. This thing is not going anywhere. It also sits halfway in the water as well, and it also sits up at the front slightly. Obviously, just so make sure it's stable in the water, but also stop it from tipping over or any wave knocking it. Yeah, tipping it to the side. It's quite stable. So the size does matter. Sometimes you want something a bit bigger. If you want to get a small little bait boat, it makes sense for like really small little ponds and stuff. But if you're going to fish, if you're going to be fishing 3 acre plus lakes, you want to make sure you've got a boat that can stand up to the wind and the waves. So pretty good. Also, it's got 2 hoppers on it as well, which means that you could always put 2 different baits in 2 different ones. You rig in one with a little bit of bait, and then the other could have something different in, which you could separate it if you wanted to, that is. Or if you want to put a load of bait out, yeah, it's got plenty of space in there to put a load of bait in, which is really good. I think that's a really good idea. A lot of the boats I've been seeing have had 1 hopper in the middle or a weird hopper at the back, which I don't really like, but I like this one. Yeah, it's so easy to use. They're so simple. I really like this boat at the moment, so I'm really enjoying it. But for now, I need to get up because my knees are hurting, so I'm going to get in the brolly and we're going to continue this conversation. Oh, There we go, let's go. Oh, that's better. Oh. Well, while I was making it all the way from over there to over here, I've had a take. Believe it or not, crazy. Yeah, in the middle of that, £15 common, not very big. But yes, using the bait boat. Pretty good. Right, let's just get on with the review. Before I start talking a bit more about the boat, I want to talk little bit about why do you need a bait boat. Now, this is something that seems to be, I don't know, it seems to be a thing that causes arguments. I honestly believe that some lakes you do need to use a boat, especially lakes where a lot of people use boats. You're competing against everyone else, you need to be using it, otherwise you're going to struggle. Now sometimes carp can move underneath snags or move closer to islands because of boats, and that's the reason you need to compete with everyone else. So that's why you would use a boat as well. Also, I've heard of a few fisheries banning spomming and even casting. I know it's weird, but yes, and bait boat only on that one, but also no spomming, which means you can only use a bait pole or a bushwhacker pole to put out any kind of bait or rig on a spot if you're not allowed to spom. Obviously the only other choice you've got is to flick out boilies, and you know, sometimes they're not really on boilies, sometimes you have to fish little bits and stuff, and that's when a bait boat comes in handy, because you can put out a spod mix in a bait boat and you can put whatever you want in it really. So that is the reason why sometimes it is necessary to use a boat, and this argument against casting and bait boats and spomming and everything else needs just to be really sorted out. No, I'm joking. Obviously there is places where you can really annoy people, so you have to just be a bit more cautious about that. Obviously if you're allowed to use bait boats and everyone else is spomming and casting, just try and not to annoy everyone with it. I think that if you can do that, then everyone's happy and everyone is not going to have any there's no more arguments to be had when you're not annoying anyone. So yeah, sometimes there is obviously problems. I've never used a bait boat before, like I said. This is the first time I've ever used a boat. I drove the boat out was this morning. It was literally this morning, and that is the rod that went. The first rod that I put out on the bait boat went. So I had no issues whatsoever. Which is crazy. I've never used one before, and it just feels like it's just natural for me, which is a bit odd. Oh no, I like bait boats. So let's move on and talk about the boat a little bit more detail. No, got a phone call. Whoops. Hello. Yeah. Right, that phone call's over. My brother just rung me. Oh yeah, that's going in. Right, okay. The one thing I haven't mentioned about the boat is how powerful it is as well. I can't believe how quickly it takes off and how quickly it gets to a spot as well. Quite impressed actually. I've heard a lot of boats as well make a rattle racket trying to go along. And yeah, it doesn't sound very loud when it goes along in the water, and it goes out pretty quick. So I'm impressed by the power considering the size of the boat as well. So that's quite impressive. It has got a lot of technology in it as well. Not just obviously just general using the boat, which I will talk about in a bit. And also this boat has an autopilot as well, which I haven't used just yet because it's the first time I've ever used it, and I don't want to muck around. I don't want to muck around using something that I haven't used quite yet. I will during the day. I'll definitely test it around, play with it, and then I'll let you know all about what I've learned about the autopilot and what I'm doing with it. But I know if it's got it, it's been unlocked for me as well. So yes, I will definitely be using it at some point today. So if you're thinking about getting this bait boat, there's a few things you need to know. The first thing is, where do you put the battery? You're thinking, as soon as you get it, you go, I have no idea. I didn't have a single clue at first, and it took me a couple of minutes of looking at it thinking, I think I know where it goes. So when you get it, there is a bit in the center that you can pull off. Now there is a little rubber, I don't know what you call it, like a sleeve or a covering underneath, so you've got to pull that off as well. And then there's a slot. Now the slot you get in it, the battery that you actually get with the bait boat is actually quite small. You can get a bigger one that goes in there as well, and obviously you're going to get a lot more hours out of that. You're also going to get a lot more hours out of that. I think this one at the moment, the one that I've got, the battery, is about 2.5 hours worth of bait boat use. So it should last you all day or a couple of nights. You just got to make sure you turn it off and on during your session, and don't leave it on for too long, because obviously it will drain the battery. It's also got an app as well, which means that you have to download the app to unlock the boat when you start, and also you can use it for GPS as well, and that's also part of the autopilot system as well, so you need that. Also, another thing about the battery is, don't leave it plugged in after your session. Also, don't leave the battery in the bait boat after your session and before a session, if that makes any sense. Basically, I'm just saying that when you're using it, leave it in, but when you're not, take it out. Because it will carry on draining that battery, and eventually it might go dead if you leave it in there. If you literally, after a session, just basically you just sit it down and then you don't touch it for a month or something like that, or a week, that battery will drain, and sometimes they can even break batteries if you leave them for a long time. You'd have to do some serious leaving of the bait boat to really kill it, but you can sort of drain it a little bit and may damage it as well. So just unplug it, and just leave you can leave the battery in there, just unplug it, and then you can get around to charging it when on for your next session. So that is one thing you definitely need to know about that. Bait boats in general, really, this is all bait boats, never leave the battery in. There is another thing as well, and like I said, there's an app. Now to unlock it, you need to create an account, and then you need to unlock the boat. Now first things first is you need to obviously download the app. That's pretty simple really, but the next thing is you need to turn the bait boat on and the controller on, then it will connect with the boat. Now it needs to connect with it so it can get its ID of the boat, and then it will unlock the boat, and then you can start using it. And obviously the other thing is that the autopilot will not be unlocked, you have to order it. It's a separate unlocking. That one you have to pay for, I'm afraid. So yeah, that one might sort of frustrate you a little bit, but it makes sense because obviously that's an extra feature that they've put on as part of the bait boat package. If you are interested in using this bait boat, the link is going to be in the description below to the website or to the bait boat. I'm not entirely sure. I'll sort out a link. I'll sort out at least one link for you so you can have a look. So for now, I'm just going to see if I can catch another carp, but I'm also going to play around with the bait boat a little bit more, and then I'm going to try and test out the technology in the bait boat. That is the autopilot. I'm going to play around with that, and I'm going to talk you through it in a bit, how to use the autopilot, and you know, you get to see what it's like. I have seen the autopilot in action before, and it can be a little bit complicated, so I need to have time to figure that out, and I'm definitely going to play around with it in a little bit. So yeah, for now I'm just going to try and see if I can catch another carp, because doing all right at the moment. So as you can see, I am back out. As you probably expect, I didn't learn how to use the autopilot in just one day. Too short of a period of time for me to learn something that I needed to understand a bit more. I did learn how to set home, and it worked, but setting spots and other things with the boat on a quick day session also I had to film everything that day as well. So I've come back out on the bank. Things obviously changed. It was like winter last time I came out. It's now spring and lovely and warm. But we're here to do the autopilot, so I'm going to show you how to use it, and hopefully I can learn a few things as well, because this is my second time out using the boat. I think I know how to use it now. I actually was out filming a Carp Basics video. I do filming, editing and run a YouTube channel, but I was out filming a person called Kyle. Now he is a consultant with ND, and he taught me a few things of how to use the boat, also a few things that might occur by using the boat, just some extra knowledge that I didn't know. He's helped me figure out how to set the autopilot. Apparently it's really easy. It seemed a little bit complicated, but I think I understand it now. So I had some help with this. I didn't want to watch any videos, by the way. I didn't want to watch any videos. I wanted to try and do it myself. I almost figured it out, and then someone just told me instead. Just wanted to be honest in my video, and I didn't want to show that I wasn't learning myself and that others were just telling me what to do. So I want to do this now and then show you exactly how to use the autopilot. At the moment the boat is in the margin. I'm just going to turn the camera down so you can see that. See where it is? So it's in the margin. Now there is a CH on the back, which is channel. So you need to hold that down. Hold it down until the light at the front flashes, and basically that I'm setting home. So I'm going to turn the camera back up. Right, so yeah, now that's setting home. So let me just drive the boat out. Okay, so I've driven the boat out. Now, if I press home on the controller, it should, in theory, come home. Okay, so there you go. That's how you set home. It's pretty simple, the home function, and it just come on and stop now. Gosh. Okay, so that works. Setting home is not my issue, it's setting the spots. So I haven't actually set my spots yet. My rods are out, but I haven't set my spots because I want to do it for this video. So if I do catch anything, obviously I'm going to show you at the end of this video, because I definitely hope that I'm going to get something decent on this session. It'd be nice to put that at the end of the video. I've got a decent fish, so I will try. So okay, so I'm going to drive it out to my spot. I've got a spot around the island down here. I'm going to go and drive it down there, and then I'm going to mark my spot. So what I've been told about marking spots is you press the channel button at the back, but you press it, you don't hold it down. So you press it for, there's A, B, C and D on the controller, and basically each one you can set. So you've got four locations that you can set your rods to. Obviously you need three for 3 rods, but yeah. So it's 1 for A, 2 for B, 3 for C, and 4 for D, pretty much. So apparently you're meant to press it for each one. So I'm going to get to my spot. Okay, I'm on my spot now. I'm going to press it once, and then you're going to press the button. There's another button on the back that's basically enter. So you've got, it's EN on the back, which is enter, obviously. So you have to enter that as your spot. So now hopefully if I drive the boat back, which I don't have to drive it back because I just press home, I've just forgotten that. That's how much I don't use the boat. So I've set it to come back home, and then I'm gonna see if it goes out to my spot. If it goes out to my spot, then I have the autopilot done and dusted. So pretty much, you got to press the channel button, press it, not hold it down for spots. So you got to press it once for A, 2 for B, 3 for C, 4 for D. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to get this figured out and show you that this boat has a lot more to offer than just being a boat. Bait boat, that is, not a boat. Right, it's home now. Right, so all I gotta do is press A and it should just, in theory, go back to my spot. So what happens is when it goes to your spot, there is a little flashing light on which one it is. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna try and pull it up. Right, see, it's telling me that it's going to my location. When that light stops flashing, that's when you can drop your hoppers and you're on your spot. So it's pretty simple. Actually, it sounds complicated to start, and then actually doesn't sound that complicated at all after. And it is definitely going back to my spot. It's worked. So I know how to do it. I figured it out. It's only taken me a second session plus some help from consultant Friendy. But yes, so you know, I have put in a lot of effort last time to try and learn how to use this boat, and all it took was someone to give me a little quick little help to figure it out, and it seems to be working. Also, if the boat veers right or left or goes a bit funny at the beginning when you pressing back to home, or to just recorrect it with the controls and it will figure itself out pretty much. Oh, there you go. Went and got the boat. Did try and veer into the island and I had to correct it a little bit. But apart from that, it done its job. Everything that it does on the autopilot works. The autopilot is an extra feature. I've already mentioned this. You have to pay for it, I'm afraid, to unlock it, but it is a good feature. In fact, especially at night, you can just make your life easier by just quickly pressing the spots you want it to go on, and you don't have to see anything, which is great. I'm definitely going to be using it on this session. This is my first 24-hour session using the boat as well. So again, last time was my first time using it. This is my first time using it at night as well. So yeah, it's going to give me a bit more of a challenge, but now I've figured out how to use the autopilot. It's going to be pretty good, right? It's going to be pretty easy. So I'm hoping to end this video with a nice fish that I've caught using the bait boat. But if not, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Well, I said if I had anything, I'd show you. And there it is. Lovely mirror. Just under £28 as well. Mega. Absolutely mega. What a great session it ended up being. I struggled at the beginning, and now I've caught. Using the bait boat, it's got me back on the spots quick and effectively, and helped me get more bites. At the end of my little day session I had last time, I had a 24 literally right at the end, which was a lovely immaculate common, and this is an immaculate mirror. So yes, all I gotta say is thank you for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. What a way to end. Just want to say, while I'm putting this amazing carp back, I just want to thank New Direction Tackle for sending me this amazing bait boat to do this review. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.